good morning from Marrakech. We have finally made it to the final destination. Not that kind of final destination, but yes. We made it. Yesterday again was pretty much a write-off. We spent quite a lot of it on the bus, and then we had lunch and it took ages, strange system. And then we went out on a Medina walking tour and tasting tour where we tried pastries, olives, spices, you name it, we tried it. It's currently about 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday the 26th of July, and I am just walking up to Starbucks. A different route from the one we did yesterday because apparently this is a quicker route, but I might need to check my map in a second. It's nice and cool at this time. When we got here yesterday it was 41 degrees, which is a big difference from the 21 degrees I'd left in the morning on the beach, if you remember. But it's not that temperature at the moment. Got my camel outfit on again. 4 of us are going to the Marjorelle Gardens today and the YSL Museum. I actually need to get a move on because we've got to be there for 9:30, and I need to have breakfast and walk there. Oh, and walk back from Starbucks, so I need to get a move on. I know what you're going to say. Why are you walking to Starbucks? They don't know what coffee is in Morocco, right? Which is fine. They drink tea, they drink mint tea, which is lovely, by the way, but I need a coffee in my life. I got really cangry yesterday, coffee angry, because I needed a strong one. So now I know where the local Starbucks is. It's all good. Good in the hood. Right, I need my sat nav. Hold that thought. Just wait for my coffee. I can't video for too long because I'm going to get copyright with the music in the background, but these are the mugs I got yesterday. That's the Casablanca one. Let's see what's backwards. And see if I can show you the Marrakech one around the other side. God, I look tired. Yeah, so I got those yesterday. Yeah, buddy. There is nothing quite like this. Oh. Cafe glacé latte. Venti. Fuck it. Try and remember the route back now. Across the road. Even though I don't need to. Ladies, you get what I mean. Oh yeah. Start the day right. Should be doing the same again in the morning, tomorrow morning. What I'm going to do when I move to the Medina, a hostel in the Medina, I do not know. I shall still find one. Well happy with that, but yeah, they're the 2 You Are Here mugs that I picked up yesterday, Casablanca and Marrakech. Hello. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's about 7 hours later. I'm sitting on a bench just a little bit away from Gemelfina, enjoying the mango juice before I get back on the bus. I've basically just done a reconnaissance. So tomorrow I need to move my luggage from my hotel, which is in the new Medina, to the old Medina, to my hostel. But in the old Medina there aren't any taxis, buses or anything like that. So I can get, I'm being stared at a lot, it's a thing here. I can get the taxi, get a bus down to here, and then literally from where I'm sitting right now, it's a 15-minute walk, but it's literally through the Medina. You go past every stall known to man. And obviously it's going to be quite obvious that I'm a traveller because I'm going to have my 2 backpacks with me. But I wanted to do a bit of a reconnaissance just in case. So I kind of have picked out some of like the signs and stuff. That's just my thing. But we had a really good morning this morning. 4 of the group went to the Marjorelle Gardens, which is a very popular tourist attraction here in Marrakech. And as part of the combination ticket, we also got to go to the Berber Museum and the YSL Museum. The whole thing was absolutely fantastic. Literally a 15-minute walk from our current hotel. It was amazing. Okay, some of the signs you had to kind of guess because they were in French or Arabic, but yeah, the whole thing. We had a little stop in the coffee shop, had a coffee, some ice cream, date ice cream and lemon ice cream I had. Can I just say there are some blatant tourists here that are going against the rules of what you should do in Morocco. Like, it is a Muslim country at the end of the day. I feel a bit exposed today because I've got my shoulders out, but there's people with tops off and girls walking around in bras. So I'm not quite sure what I was worried about, to be honest. Oh, what do you know? The bus has just dropped me outside Starbucks. It'd be rude not to, really, wouldn't it? And then I've got a couple of shops I need to go to, and then I want to go to the supermarket and go back to the hotel. Right, I'm having a moment. I can't talk for too long because there's music on in the Starbucks, but I'm having a thought about where to stay. So I booked a hostel in the old Medina. I've just been down there. It's not really the area I want to stay in. Like, I've done the square in the Medina already now. I'm not buying any more things. So everything else I want to do is all historical, cultural things. I'm just going to check the map and see where everything is that I want to go, but also see if I can look on booking.com for the hotel I'm currently in. They didn't have the hibiscus for the hibiscus drink. Okay, so I think I've made an executive decision. Just to cut a long story short, I had booked into a Riyadh type hostel in the old Medina for the next 5 nights. It's Saturday today, but Sunday to Friday. I fly home on Friday. Everything I actually want to do is kind of out of the old Medina. It's in the new part of the town. And everything this end is much nicer. There's restaurants I want to go to, there's a supermarket I've just been to, etc. There's a Starbucks. So yes, I could go for the authentic experience in the Medina. I just don't think I'm going to like it, going in and out and being hassled all the way back to the hostel all the time. So I have been looking, and there is a couple of rooms free at the current hotel I'm at with the group tour. It would cost me about £50 more. So, no thank you. All the time. If I wanted your perfume, I'd come to you then. So I'm going to just discuss it with a couple of people. I feel like I need to, in order to make this decision, and then I'm just going to book it. The consequence of cancelling the hostel is about 25 quid, included in the £50 I just mentioned. So yeah, decision made, I think. Right, I'm going back to the hotel now. I've got to get in that swimming pool. It's creeping up to 39 degrees here now. Guess where I'm going? Oh, it has been a busy 24 hours. It has been very busy. So the group tour has ended now. Officially ended about 8 AM, but we kind of said our goodbyes and stuff last night at the final dinner. We actually ate here. I'm just gonna give you a quick show. A place called Le Caspian, which is about 4 doors down from the hotel. It's also a hotel itself, but it was very nice. I ate too much, standard me. But yes, I'm just walking to Starbucks now, as you do, as always. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit sad today. Such a good trip, what a good group, and our tour guide was amazing. So yeah, I'm just having a bit of a rest day today. I'm also having an admin day. Love a holiday that's that long that you have to have an admin day. So basically, you have to kind of review your tour with Intrepid. So I've done that. That took me about half an hour. And then like you can write a little spiel for the website and stuff. So I've done that. I've had breakfast at 7. We got up especially to see our tour guide and got a photo and stuff. So that was nice. That was at 7. It is now 10:30. Packed everything up, and then I said to you yesterday that I've cancelled my hostel, so I'm staying at this hotel again. And I was just talking to the lady on the desk. I've just put my bags in the luggage store. My room's not quite ready, but she's told me that I'm going into 59B, so that's fine. But I said I'll go to the pool for a bit and stuff. I might go up to the shops actually while I'm up here. And yeah, it's just so much easier. All I've got to do is move my bags downstairs. Well, technically I've got to move them back up the stairs, but still. It's better that than a 40-minute journey on bus and by foot to the Medina. So yeah, I'm pleased I've done that. What was I going to say? The other things I've got to do today, I need to update my mum and dad. It's been a few days. It's been a bit hectic. So yeah, it's a really easy way to Starbucks. And you know, like you forget which way you're going. I did this yesterday. I'm going this way. It looks familiar. Just got to update my mum and dad. What else have I got to do today? I've got other things to do. I can't even think what they are now. But yeah, I'm having an admin day. The coffee was awful at breakfast, so I'm just going to go and grab a coffee. But they've got, it's called the Marrakech Plaza up here near the Starbucks. So I might go and have a look up there. They've got like a Stradivarius. Oh, that shop. And things like that, so I might go and have a look. Oh, I think it's this way. We were just saying, like last night, there aren't that many flies and stuff in Morocco. Not as many as I thought there would be. Because I was a little bit worried because I had an infected insect bite earlier in the year. But it's actually been alright. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and try and find this Starbucks. Well, I've gone completely the wrong way here. However, I was just talking about the Marrakech Plaza. I've just arrived at the shops. So I might do this first. There's a Zara. There's a Zara home. I've got to show you this on camera because this is something else. This is a 3-story McDonald's, which I won't be going into. However, it's got a terrace at the bottom here. It's got a terrace at the top. It's McDonald's in Arabic. It's fascinating. It's quiet, but it gets busy at night. And here's another hilarious moment. So, I think I told you I called my camel Colin. Obviously. Great name for a camel. But this shop's been following me around. It's an actual shop here, and it's called, wait for it, Collins. Collins. So yeah. This is a cute area. Let me flip the camera around to show you. So this is the Marrakech Plaza. It's really nice. Because it's so hot, people don't really come out in the day, so it's quiet. Here is, let me just flip the camera around in a second. Do I want my non-leather shoes polished? Of course I don't. So there's Collins, and there's Stradivarius, and there's the mosque there. It's so weird because it's 10:30 and there's a New Balance shop here and she's just opening up. It's just like totally, the timings are totally different. So yeah, let's go and have a look in this Stradivarius. Hopefully it's open. And then I'm going to Starbucks. That is still in my head. It's been in my head for 2 weeks now. Look at this. So I've got my bikini on under my dress and it just feels strange. You know what it's like. I didn't know how long I was going to be without a room. So yeah, I've got my bikini on under my dress. It just feels very odd. I feel a bit enclosed. Just different material, isn't it? But yeah, very strange. Right, I'm here and I'm happy. They have reasonably well spelled my name today. It's still wrong, but it's better than Olay, which it was the other day. Like oil of Olay or whatever it's called. So yeah, just to give you a bit of perspective, so it is Sunday the 27th of July. I fly home not very early, but morning of Friday. So I've essentially got 5 days left. But yeah, I'm having a bit of an admin day today. I'm exhausted from the trip because I came straight from work as well. Oh, sorry about the rustling there. So yeah, I'm having an admin rest day today. It's just the bus. I picked up some sugar rat. Actually not going to use that. And then I'm going to do a bit of research. I have done research anyway. Don't you know I'm vlogging? I'm going to do some more research and kind of get a plan together because I've got some lunch reservations. Don't you know I'm vlogging? Hold that thought. Hello, I'm back at the hotel after dropping Denise at the bus stop, and I've just checked in. It's the same hotel, but I'm in a different room. So basically I've moved to a single room, so I just thought I'd give you a quick tour. That's where I've just come in. This is single bed. I was expecting a single bed, I've got a double. You have to excuse this. I've just been walking back, it's the hottest day yet today. So this is my bed with a interesting Moroccan picture. Dressing table, chair, and yeah, dressing table and the remotes. Lovely little stained glass window. And down here I have a fridge. I've also got a TV. And then they seem to have redone the, bathrooms a bit more recently. Put the key in. I've got to go down and get another bag. In the next 5 days I've got to chuck some things out. There we go. And then I have like a wet room shower, I suppose. Can you see that? And a sink and a toilet. The only thing I haven't got is any towels. They seem to be doing this. They'll probably drop them off in a bit. But apparently the hotel was full yesterday, so when I went to get a towel for the pool this morning, I had to take my old one. I have got like a microfiber towel buried somewhere in the depths of my bag. I couldn't be bothered. So yeah, I'm gonna go back down and get my big backpack now. It is hot. Hello. So, I have got changed, it's still the same day. It's probably about 2 or 3 hours later now. I am absolutely exhausted. I needed today just to rest and reflect and everything. So I've got like 5 days left. I'm just over like 2/3 of the way through the trip. And I just thought I'd give some reflections really on the Intrepid part of the trip. And I mean, I'm a bit lost for words, I'll be honest, but I'll try and kind of reflect on it. So I went on the Best of Morocco Intrepid Travel trip with Intrepid Travel. It was a 15-day trip, which essentially ended this morning at 8 a.m. There were 14 breakfasts included, 1 lunch and 2 dinners. And it was their original style trip. So they have basics, original, comfort and premium, and it was their original. So basically their standard kind of level, which is exactly the same level I did last time when I did Explore Croatia. I did that 2 years ago. I genuinely don't think I would have had such a good time, without the group that I had, but also without the trip leader that we had. It was just amazing. Of course it's got loud outside in the corridor as soon as I've started recording. Hold that thought. The value for money for this particular trip was insane. I did get a bit of a discount because I pre-booked it last year in the Black Friday sale. So I already saved a bit of money there, but you know, a 15-day trip with a travel tour guide that was with us for the 15 days. Accommodation, like I said, the 14 breakfasts, the lunch and the 2 dinners. We had a fast train from Casablanca to Tangier. We had a minibus from Fez to Essaouira, and then we went on a coach from Essaouira to Marrakech. And then we had the activities or excursions included, various different things, walking tours around the different Medinas, Fez, Essaouira, Marrakech. I don't think we had one in Casablanca. Various different things that we did. You know, you just can't believe, like, that's all I paid and that's what I, paid for it. It was just amazing. We've had traditional Moroccan breakfasts each morning. We have explored, I'm going to work it out. I haven't worked it out yet. I'm going to work out how many miles we've actually travelled from Casablanca to Marrakech in like this circle. We have explored cities, towns, villages. We have stayed in the desert. Oh yes, the camel ride was included as well. We stayed in the desert. We've stayed at a homestay, like with a family, and got to know the family. It's just, majority of it was hotels. I think 10 of the 14 nights was hotels. I just can't get over it, I'll be honest. Today I'm feeling very tired. It's the first day that I've really stopped. I've been a bit here, there and everywhere today. So like I had my breakfast, went to Starbucks, checked out of the room, went to the pool. I've been for lunch with 2 of the girls. I've kind of said goodbye to people, dropped Denise off at the bus stop, those kinds of things. So it's just been a whirlwind, and I finished the work on the Thursday and went straight to the airport hotel. So that, that's 2.5 weeks ago now. The trip went like that. It went so fast, so fast. I can't believe it. I just, you fill in that review, and I'm not being paid. This is not an ad. I've paid for it myself. But you work through the review that they give you. It's quite in-depth. Like, they want to improve their trips and work on the feedback and so on. I literally didn't know what else to say. The only thing which I struggled with was the length of travel days and the amount of travel days. So when I went to Croatia, the trip was only 8 days, and then the travel might only be 2 hours, and then you pretty much got a day and a half in each place. I did know this coming into this trip, that there were going to be some long travel days, that it was going to be hot and all those things, and you do have to prepare for it. There was only one day where I thought, oh my God, like with in terms of the travel sickness. Apart from that, I did really well. Speaking of travel sickness, I need to find my tablets before Friday. I don't need one until then. I've put them somewhere safe. But yeah, that's the only thing. Some of the times the travel days were a bit long, but you know, there's pros and cons, and with that we got to see so much of the country and a variety, you know, the desert, the cities, the towns, the villages. Fantastic. Some of the guys from the group, they weren't that keen on Casablanca. I quite liked Casablanca. I had done my research and I stayed there for a couple of days before the tour started. I just kind of started off the trip quite nicely, so I quite enjoyed Casablanca. So yeah, I'm a bit speechless, to be honest. And because you've been around people for so long, and I've obviously shared a room with Denise for, I don't know, 14 nights, 15 nights, it's all a bit, you can probably hear people in the corridor, but a bit silent and a bit, oh, I'm on my own now, kind of thing. I've been looking at Hugh, the guy from the group, left me his map, which is actually really useful. It's, I have already got a map, but it's better than the one I've got. And he's like marked the hotel on there, bless him. But I've been looking at that today. So today is Sunday. I'm just staying in my room now. I've got some travel washing to do. How exciting. I've been away that long and you got to travel wash. Basically pyjamas, essentially, and a few socks. Socks, oh my gosh, the dust and the sand on the desert and all of that. So yeah, I've got to do some travel washing. I've got to wash my hair tonight, which is a big faff in itself. I've got to do some unpacking probably, really. I am here for another 5 nights. I've got to do some social media stuff tonight, and then I'm going to come up with a plan for tomorrow. I don't have any breakfasts included now, so I could add it on with my room for like, it's about £8 a day. But it's not quite, you know, I want to mix it up a little bit. Don't want to be too restricted. What I'm thinking of doing is getting up reasonably early, getting on the bus for 8 o'clock-ish, going on the bus down to the Kutubia Mosque. Basically, it's where the kind of bus terminal is, across the road from the Jemal Fina Square, and then I'm going to walk from there. I'm just having a look at the map. I'm going to walk from there down a couple of main roads. I don't have to go into Medina, and I'm going to go to the Bahia Palace, and I'm going to go to, because it's quite close by, the Badi Palace. Now in that same area there is a place that's good for breakfast called Fluffy. I'm not sure whether I'll make it for breakfast. I don't know whether to go on the bus, go to Fluffy first, then go to the palaces. And then also our tour guide Hisham, he mentioned, I think, this garden called Agdal Garden. I'm going to research that, I don't know anything about it, but it's all in the same area, which means I've basically done that part of Marrakech. So I don't need to go, that's the south of the, down here, it's the south of the city centre, if you like. That means if I can do all of that tomorrow, I can do something else in the other days. I haven't got any restaurant reservations tomorrow either, but I have got one on Tuesday, and I have got one on, is it Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday, I think. So I kind of need to work around them as well, but there's plenty to do. There's loads to do. So yeah, I'm gonna see how I get on, but it's a bit of an admin day. The hotel was full last night, but you can hear that people have started to arrive. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm in here for 5 nights, so yeah. I'm staying in. I've got some crackers and some hummus that I need to use up, and I've got some Lays that really need to be finished today. I think they're chili and lemon flavour, and they're really good. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with that and get on with my jobs basically. It is 6:08. It is 8 minutes past 6 at night. Have an early night and then crack on in the morning. That's the plan, I think. Just feel very tired, very exhausted. Dad's texted me and managed to get the afternoon off work on the Friday, so I was going to have to kind of hang around in Birmingham Airport for like 3 hours before he finished work and then got down to me, but he's managed to finish at 1 or something, and I think my flight lands at, when does it land? About 3:30, something like that. So it's all worked out, and I can get home and sort my life out. I've got to order a washing machine. That's my first job when I get back to England. Might do it in the car on the way back. But yeah, That's all good. So yeah, I just wanted to give, I don't know if I've given you enough of a breakdown, but would I recommend Intrepid Travel? Absolutely yes. Would I recommend Morocco? I mean, I can go into that kind of at the end of this vlog, but oh my gosh, what a country. What a country. And I don't think if I'd done another trip or another length of trip or been with a different group, I'd have loved it as much. But yeah, 100% would recommend that specific tour, trip, if you like. Excursion, I suppose. But it was just, and it's just over so quickly in like your first week when you're with the group and you're getting to know everyone, and the first couple of days go quite slow. As soon as we hit the second week, it was like that. Just went so fast. But I want to make the most of the next 4 or 5 days as much as I can. So yeah. Hello and good morning from Marrakech. I have just got off the bus and I'm heading into sort of the city centre kind of area. I'm going to try and see if I can show you the Katoubia Mosque, which is just to the right of me here. It's not open to non-Muslims, but they're doing a big restoration project on it anyway. But it's kind of like a landmark. I've not walked past it enough yet. Today I am off to the Bahia Palace, the Badi Palace, and then hopefully the Sadian tombs or Sadian tombs. I haven't had any breakfast yet, so I could do with picking up something like that and a coffee. But you know how well coffee's been going on here in Morocco, so that might have to wait till cheeky Starbucks this afternoon. I'm just going to get in here to show you. It is busy! It's Monday morning, it is Monday the 28th of July 2025, and it is hectic. But it's best to get things done while it's a little bit cooler, and it's still hot as hell, but yeah. Let's see if I can show you. So there's the scaffolding. Let me come past it a bit more. And then I need to get my sat nav on. Oh, it's busy this morning. Can you see? Ta-da! So yeah, it's under a big restoration project anyway. I'm just going to sit down on this bench and check my sat nav. So it actually paid off being a little bit late this morning because excuse the sweaty mess that I'm in. It is 8:56 and it's not open yet. Obviously it opens at 9. And I was planning to get here for 8, so that was good. So I would have been waiting for an hour. I'm standing on a street corner, as you do, next to a plant. Just over the road, waiting for it to open. Google Maps takes me further up a little bit, but I presume this is the entrance because this is where everyone is hanging around. I'm not sure how hot it is, but it's hot. It's hot. It's hot already. So I am at Bahia Palace this morning. I have no idea what's going on with the temperature, or whether I've got too many clothes on, but I am hot as hell, and it is only 9:12. It is the low season in Morocco at the moment, which means that they're doing quite a lot of reconstruction work here at the palace. Not sure if you can see. And all around the back there as well, which is slightly annoying. You should kind of reduce the price of it. I think we're so spoilt in England with the attractions that we have, like, you know, a palace, it's Buckingham Palace, isn't it? With the information boards and the audio guides and the gift shop and all of that, and you just have to kind of lower your expectations a little bit because they're really starting to think about their tourism and everything here in Morocco. As you can see, it is beautiful. There are some information boards. I don't quite understand who owns it or who owned it. I've taken photographs of the board so I can have a look at it later. It is really nice. It's nice to be out of the hustle and bustle as well. You probably saw when I videoed a little bit earlier. It's chaotic out there today. I'm not sure what's quite wrong with me today. I don't know, I'm gonna have to Google how hot it is already. I think I might take this off. I have got too many layers on probably. In fact, I might do that now. I'm just kind of working my way up to breakfast, I think. So after here, it's 0.3 kilometers or 0.3 miles to a place that I've kind of pinned on my map. Because I'm kind of fancying a breakfast now, but I think I'm about there with this. Let me show you. So this is fake. That's a curtain, that's real. And then, yeah. So they're doing restoration work to try and make it look a bit better, but you can't charge 100 dirham for walking through 3 rooms, which is essentially what we've done. And then there was a little bit in there in the museum about cooking utensils and all of that kind of thing. Hello from the Badi Palace in Marrakech. So I am now at basically like a site of ruins. Hopefully you can see it a little bit behind me. Again, it's under a lot of reconstruction. So again, they should have reduced the price. This was about £9 to get into. So we'll see. We'll see. I think this already is probably better than the other place. I don't know, I just lower your expectations. I had to do that in Greece last year as well. You know, you read the Lonely Planet guide and it's like, wow, there's this amazing, and then you get there and it's like either not open, under reconstruction, or like not even worth that. I can get some nice photographs here, so that's good. It's warming up now. It is 10:34 AM and I've just had breakfast, so I was the only one in there. You're like, oh, this is weird. But it was really nice actually. I had some croissants, lovely, the orange juice here is wow, chef's kiss. I had coffee, which wasn't too bad to be fair. Scrambled egg, which I left, not an egg person anyway, but it came with the meal deal kind of thing. I had the Mediterranean meal deal. And then, what else did I have? Oh, a little fruit salad with like apples, mangoes, really finely cut. It was really nice. Anyway, let's have a look at what we can find around here. So here you can see some of the ruins. It's a nice kind of like oasis, I suppose, in the middle of the very busy and bustling city, because it is busy out there. Literally the other side of this wall. This is nice. I'm gonna get my tripod out, I think, and get some photographs. It looks like there's more kind of in here, which explains what it's all about. But I'll go over there in a minute. So, you can tell it's off season. It is really, really quiet. There's a couple down here just taking some Instagram photos, as you do. I mean, she says with her tripod out. So it appears that this was the guest house section, placed in the northeast of the audience pavilion. Those houses were probably reserved for the foreign embassies. I'll show you. Oh, she knows what to do. You go, girl. Yeah, it's beautiful. This is more me, looking at a ruin, as opposed to a palace that isn't really a palace. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, so this is a much better experience. I think this is also part of the Sadian tombs, because I've just been down and there was like boards about the Sadian tombs, so I think I've done that as well. So I've kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone. But compared to the Bahia Palace, this is much nicer, which is really strange because it's just ruins, but they're beautiful. You know, they give you a feel of the real Morocco. You can probably see how hot it is. So I'm just going to finish up here now. Just check my list, but I'm probably going to go and get on the bus. and go to Starbucks and go to the supermarket, which is also in the same complex, which is good because I am running low on water. The good thing about our Intrepid trip was that we put into a kitty at the start of the trip. We put 600 dirham each in, which is £50, and he would buy water every day, so you never run out of water. And it was something like, I don't know, I think we got through 70 massive bottles in the 14 days, something like that. I'd have to ask him. This is stunning here. I would highly recommend. This is the Badi Palace, which is different from the Bahia Palace. It's ruins, but it's stunning, really stunning. Right, I'm feeling refreshed. Sorted myself out. I've tied my hair up. Today and yesterday are particularly warm. It is 11:15. But even though there's like a breeze, I seem to be sweating a lot today. So you're like, oh, what is going on? Anyway, I'm going to leave here now. I'm going to walk back down to the bus stop. And I need a Starbucks and some water ASAP, which is good. I think I've made the decision. I wasn't going to today. I hadn't got any dinner reservations, but I think I'm going to move the dinner reservation that I had yesterday, that I've moved forward to, and then move it to today. I can imagine this being really busy usually. It is the low season. I wouldn't class it as the low season, but it hasn't been overly busy anywhere we've been, to be fair. And our tour guide is only doing one tour within the next 6 weeks, so that it is classified as their low season. So as though it's, you know, it is really hot, I'm glad I've come now because it's nice and quiet. You can appreciate it. It's nice and peaceful. Okay, so I am here at the Carry Inn. Oh, finally got a decent coffee. God, I needed that. I've also got an orange juice, a bit of a refresher. So I've been here since Friday. I've been here every day since Friday. I've been here every day since Friday, obviously. And I wanted the hibiscus drink, or the phrase, which is basically strawberry drink. And they've still not had delivery. It's Monday. I was like, are you waiting for the delivery? And she went, yeah. I'm like, so I had the orange juice instead, and then I'm about to pop in, well, when I've had these drinks and a bit of a rest and charge my phone a bit, I'm going to pop into the shopping centre, which is called Carry Eden, or Car Eden. There's a Pandora, so I wanted to go and have a look at the charms. See, I don't really collect Pandora charms anymore, but if there's an exclusive Morocco one, I'm going to start a new bracelet or necklace. Also, I want to see the price in comparison to, that's the police, in comparison to England. Ooh, someone's in trouble. And then see what else is in here, because it's air conditioned. Have a quick walk around, and then I'm going in the Carrefour, or Carrefour, which is the supermarket. I felt last night I hadn't really got anything in, so I need to kind of stock up a little bit. That's the only thing I've noticed about Morocco. You're never on your own. That's why a lot of this vlog has been in hotel rooms. Even here, just in Starbucks, there's a person right behind me, and you're like, really, hun? This whole restaurant. But yeah, I think for tomorrow, I thought things were going to take longer than they are. Like that, those three places only took 2 hours in total. I also had breakfast and went on the bus there and back, and it took me 3 hours in total. So I think for tomorrow, I need to think about a couple of options and looking around into the surrounding area to see what else there is to do. I'm not very spontaneous, so I can't be like, oh, I could go there, that's nearby. I'm not like that. I've got like a full plan. So I need to look at that for tomorrow. But the plan is tomorrow is Basha Coffee, which you can't book a reservation for. And it's renowned for having like really long lines out the front an hour before it opens. So I'm going to do that and see how long it takes. Enjoy a decent coffee. And then I've got nothing until 4 o'clock in the afternoon when I've got my lunch reservation. So I kind of need to think of some more options. Otherwise, I'm going to have 4 days of half days. and the swimming pool at the hotel goes into shadow after lunchtime. About, what time is it now? It's in about an hour, like 1 o'clock. It goes into shadow. Well, there's no point me sitting out in front of a swimming pool in the shade. that's not my vibe. So if I want to sunbathe, it needs to be in the morning. It could go up to the terrace though, to be fair. Oh dear, a purchase has just been made in Pandora. I asked her for the Morocco specific charms, of which there are about 2 or 3. I didn't really like them. I'm only somebody who likes the silver charms with no colour. Just having a look along here now. But it was in the sale, so it was less than £20. I'll show it to you when I get back to the hotel. It's tucked in my bag at the moment. Something I've noticed here, they've got these lovely malls, but the shops aren't very good. So then you're like, not really sure why you've got a mall for these kinds of shops. Very strange. Hello. You've caught me in the Carrefour, strange sign there, where they don't appear to have baskets, which is very odd. So everyone basically gets caught up in the aisles because everyone's got a trolley. You can't see it, but I've got a massive trolley, which as a single person you don't ever need. And then there was a massive queue at the fruit guy because you have to get your fruit stamped and weighed. And there was a massive queue, so I'm just on my way back there now to get it stamped. But I've got to carry all this back as well, so you're like, seemed a good idea at the time. Away, and I'm going to get changed now and go to the pool. I have booked a meal at La Trattoria tonight, which I will show you later. That's at 6, so I probably need to come in about 4:45 and get ready. So I've got about 2.5 hours down at the pool. I'm going to have a quick look out the window and see if it's actually busy out there. But yeah, I'm going to go and have a bit of a restaurant down by the pool. Like I said before, I haven't read my book since I've been in Casablanca, and that's about 2, if not 2.5 weeks ago now. So I need to press on. So I'm going to take my Kindle down there. I will probably take my Lonely Planet Morocco book down there as well to read up on tomorrow and the area and the things that you can do. But it's looking like Basha Coffee with the museum and Le Jardin Secret, which is is it the Botanical Gardens? Hence why I need to take the book down there. There's also Le Jardin, which is a cafe, but I don't think it's affiliated with it. I'm not 100% sure. I also need to research as to whether I've actually done the Sadian tombs today. It wasn't overly obvious or overly signposted, but I think I have done them now. So yeah, that's the plan for the next couple of hours, and then I'm going out for dinner tonight. So I'm just on my way back to the hotel. It's literally just over the road. That was a bit of a loss tonight. Bit of a waste of time. I literally nipped around the corner to a Italian restaurant called Little Mama that our tour guide had recommended to us. There was about 4 tables in there. The food, I had a starter, a main, pasta dish, and a Coke Zero. And it came to just about 10, I think it was £10.12, which is quite good. Which is kind of the price I wanted to pay tonight, to be fair. And there's about 4 tables of people in the restaurant. Hang on, I'm just grabbing the dog. And I was fine to begin with. Read the menu, spoke to the waiter and all of that, ordered my food, started my food, and there was a couple of guys sitting together on a table about 3 or 4 tables away from me, and he thought he was being subtle, but he took a photo of me, and I just wanted to prove a point by saying this so you get the idea. This is not a Morocco thing. Hang on, I'm just opening my door. This happens to me, or not just to me, anyone. It can happen anywhere. Hang on, just open the door. So for insurance purposes, I took a photo of him several minutes later, and then decided my escape plan, if you like. Some people would say this is completely paranoid. Some guys won't get this, but this is what happens I've gone out in the light. It is now 6:32. I'm home for 6:32. I've not even been gone an hour. It's still light out there. It's still 39 degrees, I might add. Hang on, I'm just taking this bag off. And so yeah, he took a photo of me. For insurance purposes, I took a photo of him. And then as soon as I got up to leave to pay, the other guy on his table did exactly the same. I was like, don't even start. Don't even start. Because they were nowhere near finished. They'd literally just been served 2 full pizzas. And you know, and you're like, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. So I paid, left, checked they weren't following me, which they weren't. And I went a different route home. But this happens all the time. Not to me, but it does. Every day, in any country in the world, this happens. Men don't have to worry about these things. Like, I've explained things to, like, my dad before, and he's like, what? You know, every day you have to think about it. Of course I wasn't going to go out tonight at 9:30 at night. Of course you're not, because it's dark, aren't you? You're not on your own. As a single white female, you're not. So that was kind of a bit rubbish, really, because, have I said this already? The food was reheated. Oh, falling over. It had quite clearly been pre-cooked and put in a microwave of some description. But, well, whatever. £10.12 is what it is. At least I enjoyed the Coke. It had lemon and ice cubes. And then, yeah, just like, I can't show you because obviously I'm on my phone, but he was like, put his phone up like that, and you're like, back, hun. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. I had a fantastic morning, great morning today. The afternoon's been a bit rubbish. By the time I got down to the swimming pool, within 5 minutes, the sun was off me. I'm not that kind of person who's lied to stand in the shade. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, I've got serious tanning to do. So at least I know now I can time that better tomorrow. But it's just annoying. It's just annoying. The whole meal situation is a little bit annoying. I actually have got to try and cut down because I've been eating too much while I've been out here. So I think it's readjust and pivot again today, which is what I said on Instagram earlier. But I think it's bash your coffee tomorrow and you can have breakfast there. So I think that's the plan. Then I'm going to go to Le Jardin. See, Le Jardin? Is it Le Jardin? One or the other, which is like a botanical gardens, I think. I need to read up on it now. And try and get something substantial to eat whilst I'm out there. I've got stuff here like crisps and Lay's and crackers and for tea, but have like the main meal at lunch, which is what I do at home anyway. But yeah, so be careful out there, basically, is my message. It can happen anywhere. You know, you're just like, not in the mood. Just not in the mood. Anyway. Yeah, and that's it.